In this video, we will review how to solve linear equations. There's some basic steps that we're going to review from algebra, and we are going to apply those to solve geometric problems. But first, we need to make sure we know what our steps are. So the first thing that I want to do when I solve an equation is to simplify each side however I can. I want to combine like terms, and then from there, I'm going to work towards keeping the equations balanced. I'm going to move all my constant terms to one side, move all my variable terms to the other, and use inverse operations to solve. All right, so let's look at some examples. In part A, my first step is going to be to subtract 10x from both sides. I want to get all my x's together on one side. And then I'm going to go ahead and add 18 to both sides to get just the x on the left side and move everything else to the right side. Then from there, I'm going to go ahead and divide to get my answer for x. Then I can plug it back in to check my result to see that it does make the statement true. For part B, I would go ahead and start by subtracting 4x from both sides. Now in this particular problem, when I do that, I am left with negative 5 equals 10, which I know is not a true statement. My x is canceled out, so I know that this particular equation has no solution. Now this next problem that I'm going to look at here does have some work that I can do to one side to simplify it and some like terms that I can combine. So my first step is going to be to distribute the 3 and distribute the 2. Then I can go ahead and combine like terms. I can put the 3x and the 6x together, the negative 15 and the 2 together. And then from there, I'm going to start moving numbers over to the other side to isolate my x. And then I can go ahead and divide by 9 and leave my answer as 58 over 9 is just fine to do. Let's take a look at a couple more. This time I'm going to distribute a negative. I'm going to take a negative 2 times x and a negative 2 times 4. And then I'm just going to copy the rest of the equation down. And then I'm going to go ahead and combine my like terms and then begin my process of getting x by itself. I would go ahead and add 2 to both sides, giving me negative 2x equals negative 1. And then I would go ahead and do inverse operations and divide by negative 2. Simplifying that leaves me with x equals a positive 1/2 because a negative times divided by a negative is a positive. All right, let's look at one last problem. In this problem, I'm going to begin by distributing. And then I'm going to do some simplifying here on the right-hand side. I have a 2x and a 3x that are like terms. And now I'm going to gather all my variables, this time on the right side, because when I subtract 3x from both sides, that's going to leave me with a positive 2x on the right side. And then again, I'm going to go ahead and isolate that 2x. So I'm going to get rid of the 3. So that gives me 0 equals 2x, and when I divide both sides by 2, I'm left with a result of x equal to 0.